Quinta-feira, quase sexta, vambora que a motivação tem que chegar, não é mesmo, minha gente? E você ainda tem 3 dias para aproveitar a promoção do Cambly, 47% off em qualquer plano anual lá no Cambly. E o melhor, também tem para kids. De 3 a 14 anos de idade também podem aproveitar esse super desconto. Os códigos são nu e cru 47 off para adultos a partir de 15 anos ou nu e cru 47 off kids para crianças entre 3 a 14 anos. Sim, se você já fizer parte do Cambly, você pode fazer um upgrade do seu plano atual. Então é só ir lá no cambly.com ou no aplicativo do Cambly, se inscrever. Não é necessário colocar cartão de crédito. Sempre vai ter um professor nativo te esperando para conversar. Pode fazer qualquer nível. Gente, se você for iniciante, avançado, intermediário ou não sabe qual é o seu nível, não tem problema. Vai ter um professor lá para te ajudar, para te fazer melhorar, para você falar. E a quantidade de mensagens que eu recebo no nosso Instagram dizendo que a experiência do Cambly é ótima, é surreal e nós queremos manter isso. Então vão lá, nu e cru 47 off para adultos e nu e cru 47 off kids para crianças entre 3 a 14 anos, ok? Now, on with the show! There are, of course, great dangers to this, as to every kind of freedom, but the great promise of it is that, traveling, we are born again, and able to return at moments to a younger and a more open kind to self. Traveling is a way to reverse time to a small extent and make a day last a year, or at least 45 hours. And traveling is an easy way of surrounding ourselves, as in childhood, with what we cannot understand. Language facilitates in cracking open. For when we go to France, we often migrate to French, and the more childlike self, simple and polite, that speaking a foreign language educes. Even when I'm not speaking Pidgin, English in Hanoi, I'm simplified in a positive way and concerned not with expressing myself, but simply making sense. So, travel for many of us is a quest for not just the unknown, but the unknowing. I, at least, travel in search of an innocent I that can return me to a more innocent self. I tend to believe more abroad than I do at home, which, though treacherous, which, though treacherous, again, can at least help me to extend my vision. And I tend to be more easily excited abroad and even kinder. And since no one I meet can place me, no one can fix me in my resume. I have no idea what this word is. I can remake myself for better, as well as, of course, for worse. If travel is notoriously a cradle for false identities, it can also, at its best, be a crucible for truer ones. In this way, travel can be a kind of monasticism on the move. On the road, we often live more simple, even when we're staying in a luxury hotel, with no more possessions than we can carry, and surrendering ourselves to chance. This is what Camus meant when he said that what gives value to travel is fear, disruption, in other words, or emancipation from circumstance, and all the habits behind which we hide. And that is why many of us travel not in search of answers, but of better questions. I, like many people, tend to ask questions of the places I visit and relish most the ones that ask the most searching questions back of me. In Paraguay, for example, where one car in every two is stolen and two-thirds of the goods on sale are smuggled, I had to rethink my every Californian assumption. And in Thailand, where many young women give up their bodies in order to protect their families to become better Buddhists, I have to question my own too ready judgments. The ideal travel book, travel, no, the ideal travel book, Christopher Isherwood once said, should be perhaps a little like a crime story in which you're in the search of something. And it's the best kind of something, I would add, if it's one that you can never quite find. I remember, in fact, after my first trips to Southeast Asia, more than a decade ago, how I would come back to my apartment in New York and lie in my bed, kept up by something more than jet lag, playing back in my memory over and over all that I had experienced and paging wistfully though my photographs and reading and rereading my diaries as if to extract some mystery from them. Anyone witnessing this strange scene would have drawn the right conclusion. I was in love. For if every true love affair can feel like a journey to a foreign foreign country where you can't quite speak the language and you don't know where you're going and you're pulled ever deeper into the inviting darkness, every trip to a foreign country can be a love affair where you're left puzzling over who you are and whom you've fallen in love with. All the great travel books are love stories, by some reckoning, from the Odyssey and the Aeneid to the Divine Comedy and the New Testament. And all good trips are, like love, about being carried out of yourself and deposited in the mites of terror and wonder.
Hey, thanks for listening to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. Props to Alexia for being such a soldier, a champion, and reading in public. That is what Inglês no Cru is all about, really getting out of your comfort zone. Tomorrow we will bring Alexia back to see what she thought about this experience, what she learned, and if you are enjoying this, check out inglesnucru.com. We have a lot of free stuff, a lot of cool new resources coming your way. So, inglesnucru, inglesnucru.com. Ok. Meu Deus, gente, já está ficando tarde. As always, keep up the good fight and lose well, my friends. Até amanhã.